Hi, Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about being responsible for your energy. And I love this idea. It's something that I don't know if we're very consciously aware of most of the time, that wherever we go, we take our energy with us and it influences everyone around us. And I'm sure you felt that with other people. Someone walks in the room and you're like, wow, they have great energy. Or someone walks in and you're like, ooh, icky energy. And this became more prominent to me on an episode of Oprah. It was behind the scenes when she had her last season. And she had a sign on the outside of, I can't remember if it was her office door or her makeup room, dressing room, but it said, be responsible for the energy you bring into this space. And I love that. I think that is a great message for all of us to remember and stay conscious of throughout our days, because we're so busy just doing our usual stuff. We don't think about how we're feeling and the fact that it's affecting other people around us. And the reason that I'm doing this topic this week is because I had an interesting experience last week. I received a newsletter for a list that I'm on. And this person had a point they were trying to make. And this person had had a really irritating day. Like one thing after another was going wrong and was adding to the irritation. And it was just negative, 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 negative. And I know that there was a point to it, and I totally get it. But by the time I finished reading this newsletter, I felt so icky. And I didn't totally agree with the point. I understood where they were coming from and their perspective. But what was interesting was this was a great example of the law of attraction in action as well, because this person wasn't in the greatest mood to begin with. And all of these experiences kept coming into their experience to validate the feelings. So whatever you're putting out there, you're going to get more of. And this was a great example of that. That's one positive thing about that. There was Boo Boo was scratching at the door, so I had to let him in. So he's here again. Hi. So you know, when you're feeling a certain way, you're going to find yourself attracting more experiences that are like that emotion. So it's another reason to stay conscious of it. So if you're feeling negative and irritated and you find that more things are coming into your experience that irritate you, okay, you know what? You wanted to be in here, so you need to stay in here and be quiet. Good boy. And I'm sure we've had days like that. And it can start out when you get out of bed and something goes wrong. You think, oh, this day is going to suck. And so guess what? The day sucks. But if you can turn it around, and you can't always jump from here to here as far as feeling, but you can make yourself feel a little bit better. You can just work on focusing on what makes you feel a little bit better. Even if it's something as simple as, let me go get a cup of coffee and it's going to be so yummy and it's going to be warm and it's going to make me feel so good. Just any little thing that'll make you feel better, because you don't want those negative feelings spiraling out of control and then it affecting everyone around you. And this also reminds me of an experience I had years ago. This was way before Facebook. And a friend of mine had a negative experience. And this person felt the need the following day to email a lot of people detailing this experience and concluding with a very negative statement. And it made me very angry, because I thought, don't put your stuff on me. I'm sorry you had this experience, but that's not my experience, and it's not really fair that you spread that to everybody else and put this energy out there that everyone else should feel as bad as you feel. And I get it, that's why they say misery loves company. When you're not feeling good, it's a lonely, icky feeling, and you want some kind of support in that. And sometimes the only way you feel like you can do it is just to tell as many people as possible and have them go, yeah, oh, that's terrible. But let me make a suggestion here. This is something that I have been doing for years. Get yourself a venting buddy. This is one person. You can have several people, but one person at a time. When something comes up that bothers you, puts you into a negative frame of mind, you can't always just try and ignore it and shift your energy on something more positive. Sometimes it needs to be addressed. It needs to get up and out so you can release it and let it go. So I always have a venting buddy, and this is one person that I will call and just spew all this stuff out. And the venting buddy, their only job is to listen. It's not to commiserate with you. It's not to agree with you. It's not to commiserate or reinforce these negative beliefs. It's just they're just to be there and go, So demonstration. So really that's all they need to do for you, so that you have been heard and it's been up and out. And sometimes just doing that and having someone listen to you is enough, that you can make that turn and then start focusing on something that makes you feel better. And I totally get it. So if you find yourself in someone's company that is just spewing negativity, just step away. And it can be as simple as, oh, I'll be right back. And then don't come back. And don't feel bad, because you don't need to suffer anyone's negative energy. It's just not, it's not your job to do that. It's not your job to do that for anybody else, and it's nobody's job to do that for you. But the venting buddy is a completely different thing. You're assigning that responsibility and they're taking it, and it's a more constructive, positive exchange and exercise. So I encourage you to get your venting buddy. So just be conscientious of your energy all the time, and know that you are affecting everyone around you. And I'm sure you want people to be glad to see you. You want people to feel good when you show up or when you walk into a room. Who doesn't, And I'm sure that you love the feeling of when someone that you really enjoy, or maybe somebody new, they come into your presence and you're like, ooh, that feels good. I want to get to know them. I like them. And, there's the opposite, and those are the people that you're like, oh, be right back, step away. So I hope that helps you a little bit with staying conscious of your energy and what to do about it when you're kind of stuck in it or it's spiraling out of control, to help you put the brakes on and get into a more positive momentum. And I hope that this video made you feel good and raised your energy a little bit, and with some good energy coming your way. And if you liked it, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, forward to your family and friends, like it on Facebook. And if you need some help with negative stuff going on in your life, if you feel like you're being dragged down into it all the time, you don't know how to get out of it, you don't know how to shift your energy, I would love to help you with that. Jump on over to my website, tannamarshall.com, and see what I have available to help you. And with that, I just want to wish you a great weekend. Stay aware of your energy. Put good energy out there. Step away from the people that don't feel so great, and just enjoy yourself. And I will see you next week.